Playback, The Lost Tapes. Originally written and voiced by Musical Pumpkin.
You had to be there. I grew up learning about it from my mom and pa. I lived through it, and I remember it to this day. Let's just say Halloween means something a little different to me whenever the headless costumes start coming around. So, Pulltown was a small town type of place. Everybody knew everybody, the whole 9 yards. The first time I heard the story was from my pa. I was about 6 years old, and he sat me down by the car one night and told me the story of the headless walkers. It was when he was my age that he witnessed them for the first time. But like the first time I'd see them, it was no call for excitement. First, it was just one. Late night, you'd be standing at the edge of the farm just there. Even despite not having a head, you could feel it staring at you. You could feel its eyes, if it had any, just going through your soul. The following morning, gone. Then, as the nights went on, their number would slowly increase. The strangest thing, aside from them, was that we had no idea where these were coming from. Nobody was missing from town or any neighboring towns. Speaking of which, it seemed only ours was affected by this curse, some would come to call it. There came a point that there would be so many just standing there that they would eventually come for us. It was, again, late one night. I had fallen fast asleep after glimpsing them out there. Then as I was dozing off, I heard this banging sound. Then my pa was rushing into my room to wake me. And Ma was there and my little sister. He told us to hide in their bedroom and he'd be downstairs. He ordered us to stay put regardless of what we heard. After he locked us in the bedroom, he rushed back downstairs. The banging grown louder as he had been stowing us away. There was a loud crash, which I assume now was the door coming down. And then we heard several gunshots, which I think was my pa's .45 pistol. He emptied it from the sound of it. Then I think he picked up an automatic and he let that rip. We were upstairs still, and I just listened to this thunder from the floor below us. It went silent for a minute, then I heard running up the stairs. It was my pa. His weapon had only staggered them. He tells me nowadays that the scariest thing about them was that they always knew where he was despite having no eyes. I then heard a new sound. This one was an engine. I ran to the window to see a truck roll up the driveway, filled with people. Each one was armed as they hopped off the truck. Apparently it would be told to my pa that a neighbor heard the shots and rallied a posse to come help. Suddenly, the hallway and the whole outside erupted with gunfire and shouting. It would be quickly discovered that fire was the sure way to get rid of them. It would become to be known as the Battle of Caspi Farm. That night was the night the whole town came together to fight this problem. Beforehand, it was just a thing that our town had to deal with. But after that night, our town came together and etched out a plan. It was never told to me how it all ended. There came a point that my pa and a whole bunch of the men went out and ventured into a nearby forest. Now, this forest was huge. It encompassed most of our town, save for the road going in and out. I heard rumors that my pa had a hunch that they were coming from somewhere inside the forest. So they packed up a bunch of guns, a bunch of, I think they were called Molotov cocktails, and they went out and they came back 1 week later. They were all still there, and there were a lot of bullets and a lot of cocktails missing. My pa walked up to me and told me softly and in confidence I wouldn't have to worry about the monsters anymore. And I believe him to this day that the day him and the other men went out and came back, they went out and they slew the monsters. And now the monsters don't bother our town anymore. And the men that went out that night are highly respected in our town. I mean, gosh, everyone in our town, that even those that fought at Casby Farm or have been dealing with this problem for generations now. It's a generational thing, and now it's shared evenly within our town. Everyone who came before the most recent generations know that determination and bravery and confidence and wanting to keep ourselves and our town safe carried us through that crisis. And to this day, my old man, he never told me where they came from. He never told me what they found out there. I'll never know.
Hey everybody, it is your good friend of Musical Pumpkin, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the story of Pulltown. You know, honestly, I could have given this like a few different names. The Headless Walkers, what I really don't think. I feel like, I even feel weird having it even in the story, because I feel like that crows have picked at that name for a hot minute for a long time, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just one of the last crows taking the last few scraps left. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story of Pulltown, and finally another episode for the Lost Tapes. I'm so sorry. I've been so busy with work, with school, and of course life taking its time in the courtroom. So not that I've been in court, I'm just saying, life came in and was like, I would like to testify to your time and take some of it, and that is what I've been dealing with. So yeah, but things are going good, aside from the world burning down around me, but that's fine. As long as your own personal world is still going, I guess it's all good. But regardless, I digress. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the story. This was spur of the moment. I just got randomly inspired and just freaking hammered out a whole ass script, and now here we are, and now it's a video, and now you're at the outro, and this is where I start to turn into a long goodbye, because I can't do outros very well. This will become a running trend, I promise. But either way, I hope you're awesome. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, please like and sub if you liked the video, and also share it to anybody you know who likes a good horror story, or to any horror communities out there who may want to give it a listen. Do that for them. Wash their back, they'll wash yours with blood and gore and bits, and body horror, and something Cronenberg. But I also want to thank the mighty King Ramses, or Tnix10, for the dope music you heard in the background as the video was playing. A link to his channel will be in the video description. Please give him a holler and tell him the pumpkin sent you, and tell him he makes dope beats. But either way, aside from that, I think everything is all out of the way. Make sure you keep a good head on your shoulders and stay awesome. And from us at Musical Pumpkin Studios, stay dope.